Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. Welcome to my YouTube channel today. I like to bring you projects, and I'm making a Christmas project today. I have to say this is the video for the Stamp Around UK video hop. So I hope you've been hopping. Down below there's a list of links to all the fabulous videos. Our theme this month is embossing, and I've decided to go with heat embossing using the triangle set, which coordinates with the dies from the right triangle. I think they're just called stitched triangle dies. I think that's what they're called. But I'm going to show you how to do it without using the dies. You don't need the dies actually for this technique. So this is my card. So like I say, I hope you've been hopping around all the other links. Loads of really inspirational projects for you to see, and this is mine. So we're going to get started today. I need 5 trees. Now on this one, on my sample, I've used Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana, Pacific Point, Bermuda Bay and Pool Party. I'm going to take those greeny blues out today, and I'm going to use blue blues because I think this paper the background paper more lends itself to it. I think this background, I'm just going to tell you, I've already cut my piece of designer series paper. I want to say it's called Snowflake Wishes, but I'm just going to check in the mini catalogue, and it's really great because we've got an index at the back of the catalogue now, so I can look it up. Snowflake Splendor. I had a feeling it was something different. Snowflake Splendor, and it's a lovely pack of pattern paper with all these snowflake. Got most of them much bigger snowflake images, but I like this tiny one. I thought that was quite nice. Anyway, let's get started. So we need 5 trees. Now I've already done 3 of them in Balmy Blue and Pacific Point. So we're going to do the other 2 together today. And they're heat embossed. So I've stamped in Versamark and heat embossed in white on these. So first of all, we need another one of the littler trees. So I've done the 2 big trees that I need. I need this little one. So I need my Versamark pad. I need my piece of Pacific Point. What I found when I was working with these was you can cut out, oh actually let's just use my embossing buddy. You can cut these out with the stitched triangle dies, but actually I don't think it lends very much to the design that I'm doing today. And actually it was actually quite difficult to line them up, I found. I did manage on some of them, but if you can see, these 2 are cut out with the die, so you've got a stitched edge, and this one isn't, and I don't think it actually matters too much on this design, so I'm going to do them by hand today. But if you practice a little bit, I'm sure you could line them up a bit better than I did. I did manage it on some of them, but it just wasn't foolproof. So that's my Versamark. I'm going to pop it in my powder, my white embossing powder. Give it a flick to get some spare specks off, although it doesn't matter if there are specks because I'm only going to be using the bit that I've actually embossed. I don't need the surrounds. Oh, can't get the lid back on. There we go. Right, bring in my heat gun. Let's heat it up a little bit while we just so that it doesn't blow the powder rather than heat it, and then just heat this up. So I've used, I bring in the set while I'm doing this. This is the set that I'm using, so you can see which tree I'm doing at the minute. This is getting hot. I need my tweezers to hold it. Bit small piece of card. Use tweezers to take it a bit further away from my hand. You can also use your silicone mat. You can put it on your silicone mat and do that. Okay, so there's my Pacific Point, and I've done that tree. So I've used this one as well, although I've cut that down. I'm going to show you in a minute because I didn't need it quite that tall. And then I'm going to use this one, which is a 2-step stamping set. So let me just show you. So you could have a die. Let me show you. Here are the rectangles. So this is the right triangle. So I tend to keep my dies with the die set, the stamp set that they go with. So this triangle here, stitch triangle, goes on here, and you would have thought it would be quite easy, but I've been finding that it's quite difficult to center it exactly. I'm sure if you kept an eye on this line down here, you would do it quite easily. But actually, like I say, I'm just going to do it by hand today. So I'm going to leave a slight border. I'm not going to cut right up against the tree. I'm just going to leave a very slight border. There we go. And if you tend to err on the side of too much rather than too little, you can always go back, of course, and cut a little bit more off. I've got too wide a border there. Just going to trim that off a little bit. There we go. And there's my tree. Perfect. And I don't have to go through the trial and tribulation of trying to die cut that and get it exactly lined up. So I've got 4 trees now. Balmy Blue, Pacific Point, and I'm going to use Seaside Spray as well today, which I didn't use last time. So I've got a piece of Seaside Spray here, and this is 2-step stamping, so I might have to bring my head in over in the way of what you're doing, because I need to line this up really carefully. So this is one. This is the poinsettias. So just stamp them. And then in between the poinsettias comes the leaf one. And you could, of course, do this in 2 different colours. I think that was what the intention was. Can't really see my stamping on this colour. What I might do is emboss that first. Let's see if that works. Might be a complete disaster because it might heat it twice and ruin the embossing. But I can't see. I might use my, if this doesn't work, I will use my grey Versamark to stamp it, which will mean I'll be able to see it more easily. I've inked one of my Versamark pads with some grey ink so that I can see it. It's very difficult on light colours to see the Versamark, and I couldn't see that through well enough. The other card that I did this on Pacific Point, and I could see it quite easily, but this one is quite a pale card, and the Versamark doesn't show up so much on pale colours as it does on the dark colours. Right, so there's that bit. Now I can see where I'm stamping. But like I say, this might not work because it might heat the flowers up too much, so I might have to rethink. So I'm going to stamp that there and hope that's in the right place. That's not bad. Put some more powder on and try and heat that without ruining the poinsettias that are already on there. Probably best, oh, that's better, that's okay, that's going. Ow, burning my finger. Right, just about did it. So you need to be very careful if you do it like that. But those leaves just fill in the gaps of that stamp. And then we're going to trim that one as well. So again, just trimming down the sides. And if you've got long bladed scissors, it's very easy to get a nice straight edge when you're doing this. It's much harder with shorter bladed scissors, but long bladed scissors will work really well. And in fact, these are my, I use my snips for all delicate work, my Stampin' Up snips, but these scissors, they're very cheap from Hobbycraft if you're in the UK, and they work a treat. Right, there we go, that's the last one. Right, so now we need to start putting this together. So first of all, I need a piece of cardstock. I need a piece of white cardstock, which is 8 by 12.5. So if I can find my trimmer. Oh, crashed. Find room here. So I need 12.5 this way. 12.5. Oops. By 8. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to mount it all on the white and then put the card together. If you do it the other way around and you make a mistake, you've ruined the whole card. If you do it like this, then you've only ruined this piece of white, Whisper white cardstock. Right, so that's where we're going to put our trees. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the 2 bigger ones centrally. Now you can see that I've trimmed off a piece of this one, so I'm going to trim this one off similarly. I'm going to trim it underneath that line. And again, this is why I didn't worry too much about using the stitched things, because I didn't have a stitched edge at the bottom there anyway. Right, so those two are going to go there. That one is going to go there. And then these ones are going to go there, like that. And what we need to do is first of all make sure that's quite centralised. Just want to bring my other card in here so we can see. And then we need to mark where we need to stamp the trunks, because the trunks are stamped straight onto the cardstock. So I'm going to measure to make sure we're in the centre, because I want it to be centralised. I'm just going to give myself a little measurement down here. So that's 12.5. So I need 6 1/4. So there's 6 1/4. I just wanted to mark that. And that one is going to be one of the lowest ones down. So I think just need to fiddle about a bit to get the positioning right, so that you stamp the trunks in the right places. So I think it needs to come down a little bit further, these two. Take those two out for a minute. Right, let's have these two there. So they're about equidistant from there. So I'm just going to mark where I think I want the trunks. And then this one is going to be a bit lower down. So I'm going to put the trunk there. There we go. Right, and then maybe we'll do those first. Actually, I didn't do this last time, but I think what we'll do is we'll stamp those trunks, mount the trees, and then we can see where we need to mount the others. And of course, if you use a little pencil like this, you can just rub out these marks if they show. They shouldn't show, but... So, just stamp there. This is in the triangle set as well. This didn't quite stamp that one properly. This little trunk, which just adds a bit more to your cards. Right, there we go. Just put that away for a minute. Find my Tombow. And we're going to start with the bigger trees, the two bigger, taller trees. That was stamped in Pacific Point, by the way, the trunks. Forgot to say that. Oh, where's my pot for my glue? There we go. Right, so I'm going to put him here. I'm not sure I've positioned these quite correctly, but hey-ho. Oh, that's the wrong one. The wrong tree. This one is the one I need. There we go, that one. And then this one is going to go a little bit lower, like so. And that's going to go on dimensionals. So I've got a pack of dimensionals. Four be plenty on this. Probably don't even need 4, but we'll do that. And then we've just got the 2 little trees to bring in. Around did that go like that? Doesn't really matter because I think it's an equilateral triangle, so it doesn't really matter which way up it goes. Like so. And then we've got the other 2 trees to bring in. So this one is going to be quite low down, like so. And the other one, which is the one I put glue on, which I don't need glue on, is going to be low down there. So let's do this one first. You need the trunk there. So where's my trunk and my pad? So this is such a fun set. I like this. I'm going to try it in greens. next. I think I did it in blues. I'm a bit of a blue Christmas card girl. I do like blue at Christmas. I'm not really a traditional red and green Christmas person. I like whites and silvers and whites and golds, and I like blues and lilacs, icy colours, but I'm not a great fan of red and green. But we have got some lovely pattern papers in red and green this year, so I have been a bit sucked in. So I'm going to give it a go. Need to change things up a bit anyway. Don't want to do the same old things every Christmas. So I have, though, resisted buying the snowflake set this year. Usually I'm a real sucker for snowflakes, but I just thought I'd had enough snowflakes. I bought snowflake sets so many times. I thought I'd just try and do something a bit different this year. So I haven't bought the snowflake set, but it is a lovely set. If you're looking for a snowflake set, have a look in our annual our mini catalogue, because it is lovely. Right, there we go. And this is the last one. Put these on dimensionals, and then I can position. I'm just doing these first because I put glue on it. I didn't want it to stick, so that's going to go down like that. I didn't put the two middle ones, didn't put quite together enough, really. I should develop a measurement, shouldn't I, just to tell you where to put them. That would be a good idea. Maybe I'll measure my first card and put that on the blog when I do it. Or if you need those measurements, just ask me. There we go. But I don't think it matters. It doesn't, you know, these are like a group of trees. They don't have to be very symmetrical. And I'm liking these colours. I've something quite about the greeny blues on there that I didn't quite think fitted. I love those colours, but I thought the bluey blues might be better, and I do like these. I think they'll go better with the pattern paper that we're using. Right, there we go. So 5 embossed Christmas trees on my panel, and then all I've got to do is put the card together. So let's just put that one out of the way and bring in my trimmer to just score my card. So this is my card blank, so it's 21 by 15. I've done it 15 today. I do tend to change slightly. Sometimes I do them 14.5. Today I did 15 because I wanted to get the height of the Christmas trees in, so that was deliberate. So I'm going to score this at 10.5. If you're working in inches, it's 6 inches by 8.25, so you're scoring at 4 1/8. Oh, don't cut it. That could have been a disaster. There we go. And there we go. And then we need a piece of pattern paper, which is how it is. So that is going to go, and my patterned paper measures just 0.5 centimetre smaller than my card blank. I'm just going to chop a tiny bit more off that, just a tiny bit. Sometimes you just have to play with the measurements as you go if it's not quite right. There we go. So I just wanted a tiny border around here. Didn't want anything too big. Right, that's fine, that's perfect, that would be good. So bring some Tombow in. And I haven't put a message, I haven't put a sentiment on this card. I think it's fairly obvious it's a Christmas card. So when I send it, I might actually stamp a Merry Christmas message inside, just so that it does say it. I wasn't sure where to place. I know you could at the top. I know there's some room at the top where you could. And in fact, this one, because I've put the two trees further apart, there's actually a little bit of a space where I could put a message in the middle and centralise it. There we go. Let's make sure that. And the good thing about the Tombow is you get a bit of wiggle room. And then that's going to go. Oh, I like these colours. Yes, I'm much more pleased with these colours. Yeah, there's a space there actually crying out for a Christmas message, I think. So I might, when I come off camera, have a look for a Merry Christmas that will fit in there. And I might well. There is in the set, actually, maybe we could do that. Maybe I can just, there's just a Merry, which is quite nice. I don't know, do you think just having a Merry on there rather than Merry Christmas would work? Just going to rub out that pencil mark that I can still see. Right, I could just, so let me show you the set. So I'm designing as I'm going. We've just got that Merry on there. Let me have a look at my sheet. Right, what I do, I'll just let you into a little secret here. What I do with my stamp sets when they arrive is I stamp it's a very, very messy sheet, so don't expect anything very swish, but I stamp all the messages that I think I'm going to use. I'm very particular. I only ever really use thank you, a few deepest sympathy and wedding things. All the Christmas ones are here, and the Easter, and then on the other side are all the happy birthdays that I've got in my set, and then the general congratulations just for you. All the ones I think I'll use, I stamp on it, and then when I want to use a sentiment, I can quickly refer and think, okay, I've got that one. So here I've got all my Christmas sentiments. So I could put 'tis the season, that might just about fit. Let it snow would fit actually in there. I'm going to have a think about that though. I'm not going to put anything on there at the minute. Ho 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 Merry Christmas. Now I did think about cutting that one up, and I might well do that. I might well cut up that Merry Christmas and put that there. Or else we've got Arrange a Wreath. Actually the one from Arrange a Wreath, let me find that one. That's made my decision for me. Let's put that one on there. So let's find Merry Christmas. So this is the Arrange the Wreath, and it's got several different greetings here. Trying to find Merry Christmas. Here it is. And find a block to mount that on. Here we go. That will do. Get that on there. And now I'm going to have to look at my other one and see where I can find the space to put another message. So I don't need to centre this, to worry about centering this, because I've already got the Christmas tree, so that's just going to go there. No, oh my god, I don't think I'm going to do it in Pacific Point actually. I'm going to do it in Balmy Blue. Just excuse me for a moment while I find my Balmy Blue. Don't want it to be quite as prominent as doing it in Pacific Point, so let's try it in Balmy Blue. I hope this isn't going to ruin the whole card. Let's hope, hey? Just put my finger in the ink. And there we go. Oh, lovely. That works really well. So there you go. There's never a mistake in crafting. There's just an opportunity to innovate. So that one, got the message on there. Got the trees on there. Nice colour scheme. Really love that. I hope you do too. Let's bring in my other one. I've made a mess here. Yeah. I might even put a message in there. I'll have a look later to fit a little message in, I think. I quite like it with the message on it, but I love that. Really pleased with that. So there you are. You were part of my creative process there today. I hope you've enjoyed watching that project. Don't forget, take a look at all the other links below, all the other inspiration for embossing. So it could be heat embossing. I expect some people will do dry embossing as well. Some people might do both. So there'll be lots of inspiration for you to watch. But meanwhile, thank you so much for coming to watch me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.